Experience.
You must be capable enough to understand the basics of English.
Yeah.
I can give you an example that the third thing is that from my own experience, I believe that if I had not come here, although I may have achieved 6.5
Yeah.
at the most, I definitely not think that I would be able to achieve 8. That was not going to happen, because after attending that lecture, I came to know that it was only a game of understanding the subject and the information.
Yeah,
Just to
excellent.
study that subject and information, whether that subject or information in the question. And when I went there for reading section, I was left with almost 15 questions, and I had approximately 10 minutes for solving those. And for that,
Biography.
for the preparation of that test, I was informed by my cousins. They were also the pupils of Dr. Rafi Mujahid.
Experience.
It was my first day, and I think that will be the case with most of the people. And I was continuously asking myself, have I come to the wrong address? I, like most of you, was a very ordinary child, and I never had thought that I would be able to achieve such good marks and such high bands in IELTS.
Biography.
Primary education from district Khushab,
Biography.
matriculation from Fauji Foundation Higher Secondary School Khushab,
Biography.
and intermediate I completed it from the same college.
Biography.
Then, to cater to my professional needs, I joined one of the most prestigious institutions in Pakistan, that is Punjab University College of Pharmacy.
Biography.
From there, I graduated with the degree of Doctor of Pharmacy.
Biography.
Now, I was planning to pursue my
Career.
in one of the, you can say that, most esteemed countries and with rich historical educational background, and that was UK.
Biography.
For that, I required to prove my proficiency in English language.
Yeah.
Biography.
And for that purpose, I was required to appear in the IELTS test.
Biography.
And therefore, I took that test. And
Biography.
for the preparation of that test, I was informed by my cousins, specifically Rihanna and Sumaya. And they were also the pupils of Dr. Rafi Mujahid. And they were the people who suggested me that I must go and seek knowledge from and guidance from Sir Rafi Mujahid. And that's how I came here.
Experience.
It was my first day, and I think that will be the case with most of the people. And I was just thinking behind my subconscious that how can a person who is that much celebrated, what is he doing in street number 10 in Naseem Colony?
Yeah.
And that was a question in my mind, and I kept thinking about it while I was coming here.
Experience.
And when I reached here, I saw the street and the houses there, and I was continuously asking myself, have I come to the wrong address? And
Experience.
then I met him, and we exchanged a few words, and I was quite satisfied with my first interaction with Dr. Rafi Mujahid, and I was my nerves were quite in the right place, and that I thought, inshallah, I will do fine, and he is the man that I am seeking. So this was our first interaction.
Experience.
And I prepared under his guidance for approximately 2 weeks at the most. And
Experience.
he was the person that first told me that you do not require my guidance. Although I knew that I had to polish my skills if I want to score much better. And therefore, I was, you can say that, reluctant to go and take the IELTS test without preparation. So this is how that I thought that I should come here and join some classes and polish my skills so that I should be able to score a higher band. So
Experience.
Dr. Rafi told me that there is no magical wand that he will you can say that he will swirl in his hand and there will be a magic and you will just achieve 9 bands or 8 bands. And this is not going to happen, and this is not going to happen with
experience,
any other academy. Whoever is teaching in Pakistan, whether he is teaching in Lahore, he is teaching in Karachi or Islamabad or wherever, even in foreign countries, this is not going to happen. If you think that you are going to achieve 8 bands, 7.5 bands or 9 bands in a matter of days, and Dr. Rafi has some kind of magical pill that he will give you and you will be an expert in English, this is not going to happen. So
experience,
you must be capable enough to understand the basics of English.
Experience,
And that is definitely going to happen only then that you have paid a bit of attention to English language in your previous education. Your educational background is number one. Second thing is that how much interest you put in that language, in understanding that language. So I can give you an example that I had never heard of Turkish language a year before. Okay. And last year in November 2, I think on November 2, I was free from my university. I took the final exam and I was free from university. So to kill my boredom, I was watching Turkish series. And by watching them, approximately it took me 2 to 3 months. I was more and more curious about their culture, more and more curious about their historical background. And also I wanted to learn their language. And to my good luck, I would say that they have that letters that are similar to the English language that they use for their writing. And for that purpose, it became a bit easier for me to understand that language. And I then understood that it was my own interest that was making me understand just by looking at the scenario. What's the scenario? What's the scene that is going on? I was able to understand their language. I did not need to look at the subtitles and after approximately 6 months, I now believe that if I go to Turkey, I would be able to just hang around and go in public places and ask whatever I need, whatever I want to communicate. And I believe that I would be able to communicate with the people. Although I'm not proficient or expert but I think that I would be able to communicate the basic requirements or basic things that I want to tell them. So this is one thing that you need to keep in mind, that interest in that language is something that is going to help you a lot. And the third thing is that how much effort you put in that test, in preparing for that test. So if you are just coming in that class and you are just killing your time here, just here to hear Dr. Rafi Mujahid delivering the lecture, and you go there back home and do not prepare for the exam, do not practice what Sir Rafi has told you, this is not going to happen. You are not going to, you may be able to just improve a bit, but if you are thinking that you would be able to achieve 8 or 7.5 or 7 each, I do not think so that this is going to happen, because from my own experience, I believe that if I had not come here, although I may have achieved 6.5 at the most, I definitely not think that I would be able to achieve 8. That was not going to happen, because when I was solving that reading section, I noted that I was able to achieve that 30, 31, 32, and sometime it fell to 27, 28. And because although I was reading the passage, I was understanding that passage, but there was not that surety that what I am answering is that 100% correct. And with only one lecture that Sir Rafi was delivering to the pupils that were attending the class before me, they were in the regular class, I was in the middle of that session, so I joined with them and I attended that lecture. So after attending that lecture, I came to know that it was only a game of understanding the subject and the information. Just to study that subject and information, whether that subject or information in the question is the same that is given in the passage. If it's not, it's wrong. If it's there, it's true. And for not given, it was as simple as that. You have to just look at the subject.
Yeah.
If that subject is not in the passage, then it's not given. Whether the information is right or wrong, it does not matter.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep that in mind, and the whole reading section was done for me. It was as simple as that. Otherwise, although I have been understanding that passage, but I was not sure.
True.
And for that exam, and when I went there for reading section, I was left with almost 15 questions, and I had approximately 10 minutes for solving those. And for that,
ਤੁਰ ਗਏ ਯਾਰ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਾਨੀ ਵਤਨ ਨੂੰ ਚੁੱਕ ਮੁਹਾਰਾ ਉਜੜੀ ਬਸਤੀ ਯਾਰੋ ਨਜ਼ਰੀ ਆਵੇ ਕੰਡ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਦ ਯਾਰਾਂ